This is a video about how to use the Echo 360 personal capture software here at UT Martin. This is the window that you're going to see when it first starts up. You basically have two choices. Go to any previous recordings that you've made or start a brand new one from scratch. I want to start a brand new one, so I'm going to click Start Recording. This is the main window that loads up. A couple of items I should mention. Here on the left hand side you're going to see an animated bar going up and down. This is the indicator that your audio is working. In my case, I'm using a Logitech USB headset, and so that's what has been enabled for my microphone. What's going to show up here is my laptop screen. This is the resolution of my laptop, and there's a check mark next to this indicating that I'm going to be capturing my laptop screen. And then the third item is the integrated webcam. As you can see here, I have one built into my laptop. If I want to change any of these three items, I click the Configure button. And this little window will load up to allow me to change my audio device, the screen I want to use, the video device attached to my computer, and the quality of all those items. Now, if I want to change any of those things, I can change them simply by clicking the drop-down list. I'm not going to do that right now because I've got everything set the way that I want. The first time that you start up the software, though, you may have to come here to set up exactly what you want, to make sure that your webcam is working, the correct screen size is chosen, that you want to use the correct microphone, and so go ahead and do that the very first time that you start up the program. And subsequent recordings will all default to those last items that you chose, so that's good. In the menu items across the top here, on the File menu, you can basically start a new recording or exit. On the Tools menu, you only have one option, and that's called Options. This is what you will see in the option screen. You'll see your default username, which will be your UTM username. Go ahead and leave that stuff set the way that it is. If you click on Server, this is the link that you should see automatically in there. This is the UTM Echo 360 server. There should be a dot next to HTTPS. If you want to test the server to make sure that it can see the server, you press the Test Connection button and it should say Connection Successful. If you have a problem and it does not connect successfully, then you need to call the ITC at 881-7609 and we'll help you through those issues. I'll click the OK button. On the Help menu, obviously, is some help. If you can't find the answer to something and you can't reach anybody, you can try to get some help yourself that way. I'm going to go ahead and start a brand new recording. When I'm ready to start, I'm going to click the Start Recording button. And as you can see, I get a pop-up. I get a pop-up down here in the lower right-hand corner that says Echo 360 Personal Capture is now recording. And so now I'm capturing the screen. I'm capturing the webcam microphone. I'm capturing the webcam built into my laptop and the microphone on my head. So I'm capturing all three of those. And I can now open up, I can open up browsers. I can open up programs and applications if I want to. So here I'm going to open up Microsoft Word and work inside of a Microsoft Word document. I'm going to go ahead and let me see, what else could I do? I could open up folders and look around for things. I mean, basically anything that I can do on my screen right now, anything. Start up a PowerPoint, go to the web and record something. Open up an application to demonstrate how to use something on my computer. Anything I can do on my laptop screen right now, it's going to capture it. And when it's done, I'm going to be able to upload it and my students are going to be able to see it. So I'm done with my Echo 360 capture. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the Echo 360 capture right now. The shortcut to stop the Echo 360 recording is Alt F2. Hold down the Alt key, hit F2, and that stops my recording. So as you can see, this is now the window that pops up on the screen that shows me what my recording is. It shows that it's 2 minutes and 21 seconds long. And I can now do some basic editing on my presentation. Of course, I'm going to give this a title. Make your title descriptive so that when it uploads into the Echo 360 server, and when you grab the link and show it to somebody, that's the title that's going to show across the top of the recording whenever you've typed in this box here. I have some minimal editing that I can do, as I mentioned. I can trim off the front, trim off the back, adjust the audio a little bit, make it louder or softer, and that's pretty much the only thing I can do before I upload it. There's not going to be any type of editing as far as adding additional graphics or putting some music underneath this or any kind of fancy edits of that nature. Very, very minimal editing will be allowed on this recording. If you need some help figuring out how to do the recording edits, please call us at the ITC or come see us. But let me just basically show you some of the things that you can do. Okay, so if I grab this red upside down triangle, this allows me to scrub through my recording to see exactly what I said and what I recorded and so forth. So this is called the Playhead. These little triangles right here allow me to do some edits. So for example, if I drag this triangle over here and I drag this triangle from here, this little box, this little section right here that I've highlighted, which I can drag my Playhead over and listen to. Right now, if I click this little button with the scissors, it's going to cut that section out. So now that section is from my recording is gone. So it's going to go over all the way to here, and then it's going to jump to here, and then finish up, and that's going to be my recording. So I can do the same thing. I can go cut additional areas, and let's just say that these are the sections of the video that I really don't want. So this section, and this section have now been cut. I'm going to go ahead and clear those cuts because I don't really want those cuts. And so now what I'm going to do is, instead of doing that, I'm going to show you how to use this little arrow on the left end and this little arrow on the right end. The little arrow on the left and right end allows me to say I want to cut everything that's to the left of this arrow and everything that's to the right of this arrow. So I'm only going to keep what's in the middle. Click cut, and so that's going to be my video. So this is pretty much the only thing that you can do as far as editing is concerned. If you want to make these edits, and then you click the apply button, and it will apply those edits, and it will cut out those things that it doesn't want. There is no going back, there is no undo, there is no recycle bin. So be very, very careful when you're doing this editing. When you're ready to publish, I'm going to go ahead and clear all these edits because I don't really want to edit anything. When I want to publish, I simply click the Publish Recording button. So right here is where you type your username and password to upload your recording to the Echo 360 server. Now this username and password is not your UTM username and password, not necessarily. This is a username and password that is created inside the Echo 360 server by the staff members at the Instructional Technology Center. If you have a question about that, if you need help getting a username and password, then you simply call the ITC at 881-7877, and any of the staff members there can set up an Echo 360 username and password for you. Now, if you want to make that username and password the same thing as your UTM username and password, you can do that, but you just have to initially set it up with the ITC. So I'm going to go ahead and type mine. My username and password, and click the login button. It is now going to log in. It's going to ask me now to select the course that I would like to upload this to. Now this has to be set up also by the ITC. So before you start making your Echo 360 personal captures, you're going to have to communicate with the ITC not only to get your username and password, but also to get what's called an Echo 360 course created. Now, the Echo 360 course can be tied to any Blackboard course that you may have, so that, and mine currently is, this course that I have set up inside the Echo 360 server is automatically tied already to one of my Blackboard courses. So when I finish this upload process, it's going to automatically put a link inside my Blackboard course for my students to go watch it. So in this manner, it's a little bit easier for you to get stuff into your Blackboard course because it can be done automatically through this process. Now, if I had several courses set up in Blackboard and several Echo 360 courses set up to attach to those Blackboard courses, they would all be listed here in this window. I've only got one set up right now, so this is the only one that you see. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, then click Next. It's going to say, what are you doing? Is this a brand new Echo, or are you replacing an existing one? If I'm replacing an existing Echo, it's going to show me the previous recordings that I've made. And what it's going to do is it's going to copy over that old recording and replace it with this new one. That's not exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm creating a brand new one, so I'm going to go ahead and choose Create Brand New One. Also, I can time release this so that maybe I record it today, but I upload it today, but I don't want my students to see it for another week. So I can specify right here in this calendar that I don't want to make it available until whatever date that I choose off this little calendar. I'm going to go ahead and leave it for today because that's when I want it done. I'll click Next. Again, what do I want to title it? I'm going to go ahead and leave it that title. I'm going to click Publish. As you can see now, the graphic here, it is going up. It's publishing this file. This is about a 2.5 minute recording, as you can see. You can see the progress here. It's going to take approximately, for that 2.5 minute recording, I don't know, 25, 30 seconds, something like that. If you had a really, really long recording, you can imagine how long it might take. I'm here on campus and have a pretty decent connection, pretty fast connection. So this 2.5 minute video took me about 30 seconds to publish. It's now been published. It's done. If I had a 30-minute recording, it might take a few minutes for this to upload. And so you're just going to have to sit here and wait and leave this software up and running and wait for it to finish uploading. Once it uploads, I'm done. I can republish it if I want to by clicking the Publish Recording button down here. I can view all the ones that I have by clicking the View Edit. I can choose Delete to delete any recordings that I've already made. I can go up to the File menu and choose New Recording and start over and do a brand new one. Then this is pretty much everything you need to know about how to create an Echo 360 personal capture recording and how to upload it. If you have any questions about any of this, to set up your username and password, to set up your courses in Echo 360, any questions about any of that, call 881-7877.